go see a therapist. It's different when you're like, go see a therapist because you yourself see one. All I remember is that I found myself sitting with sadness, and without realizing, tears were running through my face. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to introduce a new series that I want to start, and it's a series for therapists. Recently, I have realized the importance of taking care of me, not only as an individual, but the part of me that holds space for others. As a therapist, that is one of the things that we do. And one of the main things that we do is that we hold space for our clients' thoughts, feelings, experiences, history, etc. And I wanted to do a series with a couple of episodes that talks to you, the therapist, the person who's holding space for everyone else. And I wanted to encourage you. I wanted to take these couple of videos to share the importance of taking care of yourself and the importance of valuing yourself as an individual as you continue to do that for others. If this is something that interests you, please stay connected. So the series that I want to share with you guys is called From Therapist to Therapist. And it's a personal time to talk to therapists, again, to encourage them and to remind them that you are valuable as well. And it's time to take care of yourself. And so this first episode is called Go to Therapy. I remember when I was in college, graduating from my master's, I was so excited. I'm towards the end, about to graduate. And then a professor had told us, hey, before you guys graduate, a requirement is that you guys also need to see a therapist. I was a little shocked. I'm like, oh, but I'm good. Like, there's nothing happening. Like, I don't really need to see a therapist. But then they communicated to us, like, listen, in order to be an effective therapist, you need to know what it feels like to sit at the other side of the chair, not as the professional, but as the person who's receiving the support, the person who's receiving the help. And I was, questioning the experience, like, wait, but I'm good. Like, what am I going to talk about? But I'm like, I need to graduate. Let me just do it, right? Obviously, it was a requirement. And so I found myself going to therapy sessions, and I was shocked to realize I had some things to share. I had some things to resolve and to explore. And what a wonderful experience it was. I remember one of the sessions that still impact me till today, and I like to practice this with my clients, is that one day I went into my therapy session. And at this point, I've been seeing my therapist for a couple of weeks now, so I'm feeling a bit comfortable now. And I go in, and my therapist is just silent. And I remember he goes, okay, I want you to go to the table. He had like these little figurines of different emotions. And he's like, I want you to stand up and I want you to choose the emotion of sadness. And I'm like, sadness? Like, I'm not sad. Like, what are you doing, right? And I didn't know what was to come. What was he going to encourage me to talk about? So I chose sadness, and I sat down, and we literally sat there in silence. I don't know how long it was, but all I remember is that I found myself sitting with sadness, and without realizing, tears were running through my face. I was crying. I sat with sadness, and it was a very relieving experience. I was holding space for an emotion that perhaps I was suppressing. I don't really remember exactly, that season in detail, but I can imagine how I may have not celebrated the idea of sadness, or sat with that emotion, or even have ever been given the permission fully to sit with sadness without, concern. It was a time where I could sit with sadness and it was okay. It was so freeing, that moment. And from that moment on, I realized, wow, this is so important, that I am able to have permission to sit with my own feelings, to sit with my own emotions, with a professional guiding and navigating the time there. It was so freeing. And when I finished those sessions, I knew, like, that I was so in love with the idea of counseling, with the profession. I knew now what it felt like to be in the other side. And that experience, I still carry that experience of being able to sit with a therapist. And so I want to encourage you guys today who's watching. You could be a therapist, you could be in the field of helping others, that we hold space for our clients and we do it with all of our hearts. We do it because we're passionate about it. But if no one's holding space for you, if there's no professional design separated for you, the profession of mental health counseling, or however it is that you provide services in an emotional capacity, is really going to be difficult. As much as this career is fulfilling, it is also draining. It also takes from you. And so to not be able to have someone to pour into you, to hold space for you, it's very troubling. And it actually could perhaps take away the joy of engaging with your clients when no one's engaging with you professionally in a separate type of setting. And so that experience for me was eye-opening. And again, it still carries with me. I still carry it to this moment, to the point that today I also have a therapist for me that I see that holds space for me. You see, when we walk with our clients, we're walking into their valleys temporarily. And we're also walking in our valleys, right? And so we are engaged with our clients, we're walking with them in their journeys, but we also have a journey. And so to be able to express and talk about it, your own story, right? Your own present and past, and perhaps future plans. It is so beautiful when you come back to your client and you're able to be with them present. You're able to focus even with more clarity because you know you have someone that is holding space for you. And so I want to talk to you guys about some of the benefits that I've realized going to therapy as a therapist. And I wanted to share with you guys. Here are some of the things that I have realized in these couple of years and even till today. Number one is that it decreases projection. So you get the opportunity to deal with your own story and avoid leaving and integrating your own challenges with your clients. You see, when there are things that are unresolved in your own life and you're not dealing with them and you're not processing them properly, naturally it's going to start leaking within your clients. So you could be seeing your clients and you may be giving them an advice, or you may be hearing them or seeing them in a perspective that comes from your own pain that you haven't been addressing. And so when we address our own pain and burdens or story, when we're able to do that properly with a professional, we're able to be present with our clients and not allow our own story to influence the type of support and counseling we give our clients. Because we're so present with our own and we're dealing with our own stuff already, when we come to the session with our clients, the probability that you're going to start leaking your story within that session is going to decrease by a lot. Because again, someone's already holding space for your own, you're already dealing with your own stuff, and you don't have to bring it to the sessions anymore, right? Because you have more clarity, you're able to separate the two. You're able to be present with your client's story without personalizing it and without projecting any of your own struggles in that session. So that's a big benefit that I've noticed. Number two, it decreases stress, right? It decreases personal stress so that when you're in session with your clients, you're coming with more joy, with more energy, with more positivity, because you yourself are already learning how to manage your own stresses. You're learning how to cope with your own situations, and someone's already designed separate for you to hold space for your own stressors. And now you can come to the sessions with your clients in a more relaxed, confident, fixed, clear state of mind. Number three is that you become more empathetic. Like I said before, when I started therapy, because it was a requirement for my university to do so, I was able to sit in the other side of the room, right? And realize how it feels to be on the other side. Now I can be more sensitive, more understanding, right? More patient with my clients because I know what it feels like to be on the other side. There's a different type of support that you can provide to your client when you can say, I've been there too, or I'm sitting there as well. It develops some type of understanding. You can finally see your clients eye to eye. It it provides a warmth in the room. And again, you don't have to express to your client, oh, I'm seeing a therapist too. You don't have to share that, but your perspective, your view of your client, it's already warmer. The warmth that just comes into the room because you get it. You have a greater understanding of what it feels like to be there. So you're more empathetic and more sympathetic with your clients because you yourself are there or have been there. And it humanizes us. That's another thing that I've realized. It humanizes us. So you're not just that professional that knows how to help the client, but you also can humanize the experience. You're not in this, throne, rather than you're in a humble chair sitting with the client and able to say, I'm here. I'm in the here and now with you. I'm human like you. I feel the experiences you feel. I understand what it is to be human, right? You can hold right space for your client in a more humanized way. I even realized that clients would even express, right? And the experience is that clients don't want someone that's uptight and feels like disconnected. People are seeking people, someone that can look at them and say, I hear you, I see you, I understand. And not just because I think I understand. It's like, no, literally, I've sat in that chair before. There's just a different thing that happens when you're able to be human in the session. Yes, you bring in your professionalism. Yes, bring in your training, but never forget that you're human as well. And so when you see a therapist as well, and you're seeing your clients, it just humanizes the experience. And it just allows you as a therapist not to breathe and say, I get it. This is very human, right? And so the last thing I realized is that we must lead by example. We can't encourage people, go see a therapist, it's good for you, when you yourself do not understand what that is. When you yourself haven't walked in that seat, or, well, not walked in that seat, or walked into that seat of saying, I need help too. I'm human as well. I would love someone to walk with me in this journey. I need to express myself. I need someone to uplift me. I would love someone to hear me out and hold space for me as well, or walk with me through this valley. It is such a beautiful experience. But if we want to encourage others to come see me, come and sign up, I want to help you. Come to my practice or go see a therapist. It's different when you're like, go see a therapist because you yourself see one. It's a different type of influence. And so if you want to be a role model, let's lead by example. Let's be that person to say, me too. I'm in need. Me too. I've walked there as well. Me too. I see a therapist. And again, please, if you don't want to you don't have to tell your clients that you see a therapist. But it holds a different space, a different leadership when you're able to not only encourage, but you're encouraging from a place of understanding. And so there's a lot of articles out there. You could Google them. You could research the benefits of just seeing a therapist, how it helps decrease stress, how it helps you with clarity. And listen, you don't have to be in a mental health crisis, right? Or really mentally ill, right? Mental illness to an extreme level in order to seek out therapy. I believe therapy is an intervention to prevent from a crisis happening, right? You may not even be in a situation where, oh, I sense a crisis is on its way, or I'm on a verge of being in a crisis, so I need help. It's just, if you're human, it is important to do life with others, especially someone who is trained in the profession and can walk with you properly and give you proper strategies to help you navigate through that difficult time, or just anything regarding your life. A time to talk, a time to share, a time where you're not judged, where you can breathe and just express yourself outside of your day-to-day group, your day-to-day routine. It's a moment for you with someone who does not know who you are, but is invested in your well-being. And so I'll leave the description down below of different websites you can go to right now to search for a therapist that best fits you. And I probably should do another video about, and let me know if this is important for you, about how to find a therapist that fits your needs. Because in reality, not every therapist is for you. So it's okay to do your investigation and find a therapist who best fits you and your personality and your needs. But don't give up. Research and find someone. Word of mouth. Maybe somebody knows somebody. Instagram. Like, there's so many ways, and I'll leave it in the description down below of different websites you can go to But today, I just wanted to encourage from therapist to another therapist to find the support that you need. Your clients will very well thank you. And they may not say thank you for seeking a therapist, but they will thank you because the quality of service that you'll provide your clients after seeing your own therapist is so much more refreshing. It's going to come from a more healed perspective, right? Because you yourself are human enough to say, me too, I need help, or I would love someone to walk with me as I walk through the valleys of different clients and are walking in my own. And so I hope this is encouraging for you. I hope this uplifts you. If this is something you're interested in doing, let me know down below. Like, hey, I'm interested in seeking therapy. I'm going to do it now. Or whatever comment you want to leave down below. If you're a therapist who's seeking a therapist or is in therapy, let me know how that's going for you. And I just want to encourage you, seek the help that you need so that you can continue to give your clients the quality service that they deserve. So focus on yourself as well. Do not neglect your needs. You are important. Continue to do this wonderful work. God bless you, and I hope to see you soon. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Please do not hesitate to watch the videos that I have in this channel that are based on faith and mental health. If you have not done so already, please subscribe, press the notification button so you can be notified when I post another video. Please like this video and share with anyone that you believe will benefit. I'll see you next time.